Hello everybody, my name is EK and welcome back to Diablo 4. Now, last time I played this game was when I was trying out the Season 2 content, which was all revolving around the whole, vampire blood powers thing. Meanwhile, we've had Season 3, we've had Season 4, we've had Season 5, and now we have Season 6 with the Vessel of Hatred expansion as well. So, there's a lot of content that I haven't played because I have done a series in Season 2 and I haven't actually played the game ever since. And I know a lot of systems have been reworked. We've had a lot of stuff to do with the loot being reworked, endgame stuff being reworked. And I just bought the expansion and I'm just excited to jump in. Obviously, we'll be playing the Spiritborn class. Spiritborns are exceptional warriors, melding mastery of their bodies with spiritual gifts. Strong and agile, few enemies match their ferocity. Now, I'm going to assume that every single person on the planet is actually playing Spiritborn, so let's hop in and see what's going on. Right, I'll just pick a preset here because I don't really care what my character looks like too much in these kind of games. I'll go very pale. Normally, I go like more dark skinned in these kind of games because, you're spending all the time in the sun and stuff. But let's go very pale for once. Let's go, finalize. Welcome to the Season of Hatred Arising. Realmwalkers slay these hulking demons to open a portal to Seething Realm. Interesting, like Loot Realms or something. Seething Realms. Choose your path and clear the dungeon to earn a Seething Opal. Okay, so Realmwalkers you kill to open Seething Realms to get Seething Opals, powerful consumables with your buff of choice, and then Corrupted Wells of Reflection. Find and cleanse these pools to earn greater experience. Okay, interesting. Alright, just like last time, I picked a randomized name. We have Hima. So let's jump right in. Well, let's just jump in on normal and I guess we'll bump it up if it's too easy. I'm excited, guys. I have not played this game in such a long time. Cool recap of the base game story. Ooh, Blizzard Entertainment presents. We get a bit of an opening cutscene. What an incredibly high quality cutscene. It's really visually striking. Wow, what a shot. Okay, I am really impressed. This looks insanely cool. Wow. Really, really well done. Alright, Rekindled Faith. Investigate rising activity at the Cathedral of Light. Oh wow, I haven't played this in such a long time. Do we start at level 1? Oh, even more cutscenes. Man, this is a high quality introduction to the expansion. Seems the church is being led by more aggressive people now. So what we've learned is that Lorath and Neyrelle made off together, or at least they both made off. And of course we know that Neyrelle left with the crystal, which we saw in the opening cutscene, as well as at the end of the base game. They are now seen as traitors, and, well, the Church of Light does not seem too fond of them anymore. So they're hunting them down. The game also keeps spamming this in my face, that apparently there is a quest here, and I do have to go do it. Well-behaved dog. Faithful companion. Who's a good dog? Woof woof. Right, that was it. There we go, it's done. You've received a pet. Equip your pet, modify their look in the wardrobe. Pets auto-collect gold and materials while you play. Oh, that's so convenient, guys. Interact with your pet using the hello emote. I can't remember how I emote, but yes, I will do that at some point. Was it T? No, T is teleporting. Okay. Okay, so I am at my wardrobe and... Are these all account bound? Are these all things I unlocked to my other character? I think they are. I think this entire thing wasn't account bound before, but now probably is. So I could use a lot of these things, but I would love to use, the more new jungle things. Let's go check out pets. And we have... Oh! That's a high quality fur doggo. Hello, doggo. And then we can buy the Heratli, which... Acquired with Vessel of Hatred purchase. Oh, I guess we need to have like a higher tier purchase or something. And then we also have... Oh, look at this thing! Oh my god, look at it. Look at it, guys. It's the Natalia. Oh my god, I want that. Okay, I will. Hold on, let's actually see how expensive it is. Just kind of curious. Oh, it seems they're part of the paid season pass. Okay. Okay, well, maybe I'll buy them later. Like, if I'm really enjoying myself, I'm more than happy to purchase the pass. But I want to make sure I'm enjoying myself first. So, let's see. We have to go somewhere. Oh, yeah, and the waypoints are all unlocked because they made them account-wide as well. Oh, that's so convenient. Thank you, Blizzard. Thank you, Blizzard. I love it. Do I have my mount? I do have my mount. Cool. So we seem to have 7 skill points. And let's take a bit of a look here. You know what? We'll just try them all. So I'll just start at the bottom here with Rock Splitter. This is a gorilla. So the way this class works is you have 4 spirits. It's kind of like, you know, if you've ever played League of Legends, it's kind of like Udyr, who has 4 different stances. Here you have 4 different spirits that can, you know, you can, well, work together with. You have the gorilla over here. You have the eagle over here. You have the jaguar, and you have the centipede. So let's do the gorilla first. Let's just put 5 points in here. Actually, let me do 4 points. And then grab the enhanced one. And then let's see, which one of these do I want? Actually, here we go. So 5 points in here, a Rock Splitter. Let's see how that works. Okay, this is Rock Splitter. Or slapping. Okay. Seems not too bad. So last time that I played through this game in Season 2, I was playing Rogue, which was super fun. And I'm really hoping Spiritborn is similar levels of fun. Oh, level 3, there we go. I can't remember, guys. Has the inventory been reworked, or was it always this big? Like, I feel like the inventory is bigger nowadays, but maybe I'm mistaken. We do get a new item, though, which is the Triumphant Basic Glaive, which is the same item, but just a bit better. Here we go, we have it. Oh, the Enkindled Judicitor. So, oh boy, this guy hits quite hard. Hold on. We smack, we sidestep. Oh, we don't sidestep. Actually, we do sidestep. It's all fine. Alright, immediately a boss with some level of difficulty to it. I mean, not that it's difficult, but, you know, I'm having to at least sidestep some things, and I have to use potions within the first 15 minutes of playing this game, which is a really good start. Because the base game was rather easy, in my opinion. Level 4, there we go. Alright, is Lorath here? It's Narwhal. Who is Narwhal again? Are you alright? Alright, so we were told that we have to go speak to Rahir in Gay Kul, which I actually don't know exactly where that is. It's all the way down here. Okay, really cool. I guess we'll go there in a moment. And also we talked to Mother Prava, who apparently is not very fond of the new guy in charge of the church, and like a political battle seems to be starting. So yeah, that might be a plot that keeps going on. I don't know if we'll dive deep into it, because obviously we are much more focused probably on the part of us heading into the expansion areas into the jungle. But yeah, it sounds like an interesting plotline to go a bit deeper into. Alright, let's go find this guy. I like how one of the first things I see is down here, someone trying to sell gold and items using a code. Guys, just stop it, okay? Just stop it. So we're in the middle of a conversation here with Rahir, talking about where Neyrel went, and then there was some sort of disturbance. So it's our job now to go figure out what exactly this disturbance was. And he said they have returned, but who has returned? Or more likely, what has returned? Pullators. I've never seen these mobs before, but they're like ghoulish dogs. Don't worry, I will hold. Wow, just kind of like one-taps them because they level up. Hatred-infested Moon Clan, Fiery Throther. Everything is just dying in one hit though. I guess because of the difficulty level. It seems remarkably easy. Not a level, what? I just got 2 levels there, guys. 2 levels. I'll look at the skill points in just a moment. But we just got 2 levels. That's insane. Right, so we have to go kill 6 of these hollow defilement things. It seems there's some sort of plague that has started in the jungles of NAHANTU. And the good thing is that Neyrel went here as well. So, you know, we're more than happy to go do both things at once. To deal with the plague and find Neyrel. Okay, our first new seller. Let's see if they change the looks up at least a little bit. It feels kind of similar to what we had before, but I might be mistaken. Alright, I've now swapped over to some eagle abilities with Thunder Spike. And let's see how this works. Okay, so the last one I think pulls mobs in and then it knocks them down. So it's a really good way to, you know, ball mobs together. So it seems to be like more like a proper spear ability where we actually try and stab people. Ooh, the Jaguar feels pretty good. I quite enjoy the Jaguar. It's quite nice. It's very... It's AoE, you know, our hands start glowing as well. And we stack an attack speed buff if we keep hitting with it. So it feels really good to just, you know, be smacking around with it and just go, 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 go. Also, it seems there's, yeah, dive at an enemy. There's also a teleport ability to keep up some clearing speed. It does feel quite nice. So far, I think this one is probably my favorite out of the 3 that I've used so far. There we go, level 7. Alright, that is all 6 cleared. And now we have to go clear 3 more in a more eastern area. Finally, let's go check out the centipede, which I think is more of like a dot spec. Ooh, this feels quite nice as well, you know, like putting all the dots on the people. And I think like I have an ability to spread it to other ones as well. It's kind of like you can run like this disease build where you just constantly be spreading stuff all over the place, and I guess you can augment it in certain ways. I think I'll really enjoy this playstyle as well. So far, I think it's Jaguar. It's either Jaguar or Centipede number 1. Then there's Gorilla number 2, and then it's Eagle number 3 so far, in terms of the basic attack. Okay, with all the basic attacks out of the way, let's go check out the core attacks, starting with Stinger on the Centipede. Strike a small area. Alright, let's see how this feels. Boom! It's a bit hard to judge, because everything seems to die really quickly right now.
I'm out of vigor. And
it costs a lot of vigor as well. I can use it like 1.5 times or something per vigor bar. Maybe, actually, I think I can use it 2 times per vigor bar. So that's... I guess we'll have lots of ways to build up vigor again, so we can weave them into our combos. I actually forgot that there was a dodge ability. That's kind of cool. Look at this dodge. Whee! So now we're just defending 2 of his villages at this bridge, who are telling me that for every one they kill, 2 more come around. So I guess there's a whole swarm of them. But that's fine, because we will at some point have screen clearing abilities that will clear entire screens with ease. So it's no problem. Okay, there we go, level 8. Oh, is this the big boss? Is he here? Abhorrent Manifestation. That looks kind of cool. But we will take you down regardless. With our big poison damage. Actually, we're standing in the shit, but it seems to be alright. I like how you can see the bar move as well, by the way, like with the poison. You can see how much damage the poison is going to do, even if it hasn't done the damage yet. Like, I know it's going to die right now because the bar's already empty. So I know the poison is going to take him down, which is quite convenient. Because you know when you can leave a mob instead of having to wait around. Alright, so we split back up, and we are going to be trying to find Neyrelle on our own for now. But the question I have is my companion, my dog, is it actually out right now? Because I was expecting to see it wandering about as it's collecting my loot. But I think I still have to go collect the loot myself. So I reckon maybe it's not active by default and I need to equip it somewhere. I guess I'll look into that a little bit later. First of all, let's have a look at the bridge. Ah yes, examine the bridge. Very important. Ooh, another cutscene. So can we see Neyrelle from somewhere around here? Because we were told she was at the river. It's quite a polished experience, I do have to say. The base game was quite polished. This is quite polished. Just overall, Diablo 4, very polished. Oh, that was the boat that she was in the opening cutscene.
Even though you traffic with darkness, you have accomplished much good in the eyes of the cathedral.
Urivar, what are you doing at my bridge? It's my bridge.
I can understand why Prava has tolerated you this long. But if the church is to survive, it must hold tight to its convictions. Either the rules apply to everyone, or they do not actually exist. That builds trust.
I mean, he is not wrong, to be fair.
Heretic Neyrelle has fled holy judgment. Wielding the very soulstone she stole from our brethren as they lay dying in hell. Where is the girl?
I see no reason to help you find her, Knight.
How many lives will you trade to protect Neyrelle? Is her life worth more than his?
No, right here, we just became best friends.
You bastard.
Are we dead?
Is above the laws of heaven.
Good thing that we can respawn, I guess. Okay, so I'm thinking I'll be cutting most cutscenes here because I don't want to bog this entire series down with, you know, a lot of just me watching cutscenes, because you can do that on your own playthrough. But this cutscene I will probably leave in its entirety because this was super cool. We've just been murdered by the new, well, I guess, leader of the church. I saw my corpse, and from my mouth crawled hatred. A father burned his children on a pyre, and a mother molded a new age from the ashes. Is that what she was saying? Is that what Nerel was saying in a different language? I saw the weak made strong, a pack of lambs feasting on wolves. Tears of blood rained on the desert jewel, and the way to hell was torn asunder. Then came a spear of light, piercing hatred's heart, and he who was bound in chains was set free. Rathma's prophecy. I think the game has such good lore, but I just never got too deep into it because, well, I didn't really play the previous games, and there's just so much stuff. And I, you know, so far, I've really enjoyed the WoW lore. I've really enjoyed the Diablo lore. You know, Blizzard is quite good at least setting up initial lore. I don't know how good they are at following up on lore, but, you know, their world building is top notch. Really cool view as well here, by the way. Oh, we're level 10, but weren't we just level 8? Or am I supposed to be level 10 at this point and the game just bumps me up to level 10 regardless of what level I was previously? Because the game starts at level 10 or something. That might be how it works. Oh wait, the challenges system, I forgot about this. So, you know, slaying certain mobs. I guess, yeah, so these are account-wide as well. Oh, I think a lot of stuff has been made account-wide and I quite like that overall. But wasn't there also a... Yes, a season journey. Ooh, because I remember you can complete this and then you get some loot boxes, which were kind of crap to be fair, but it was a cool system to be pushing towards. And then you also had these season blessings with, you know, upgrades and stuff, which was really nice. And apparently this guy called Eru has revived us because he is Spiritborn, as are we, and thus he feels like he wants to help us. I'm quite liking the lighting that they're using here, by the way. You know, it's a very bright light. I've always enjoyed jungles that play with lighting and shadow very well because there's, you know, there's so much foliage and stuff to play with. It's very hard to run a very well rendered jungle because of all the foliage, but it also looks incredible. And one of the things that I thought were kind of a bit of a bummer in the base game was I love the dark areas, but when everything is dark, nothing feels particularly dark anymore. So contrasting some darker areas with some brighter areas for me works very well. And I'm hoping we get more of these areas because this looks really nice. I quite enjoy this. I quite like jungles overall in games. Captain Rolf Inferno Blight. He seems to be protected. So I guess we'll have to take out some of these guys and then maybe his protection drops. Rahir is back! You know they build a strong character when, you know, he dies 5 minutes after I meet him, and I'm happy to see him back. Like, I quite enjoy him. His voice actor is quite good, and his character seems quite, you know, nice. Because I think what we need in this kind of game is, like, you know, when everything is dark, you need a couple characters that are just friendly, you know? You need something to contrast the dark world with a lot of, I don't know, just warm, happy people. Well, not happy people, but, you know, friendly people to kind of get, like, that feeling of camaraderie in this dark world. I think that contrasts very nicely. Okay, let's talk to Rahir. So let's see where we are on the world map as well. Okay, so NAHANTU is just, I guess, this area. So the entire base game was very large, you know, was all of this. And NAHANTU is probably just this. But, you know, I'm fine with the world map not growing an insane amount as long as the quality of the content is good and it's action-packed. Because what often happens with MMOs, and this isn't technically an MMO, but like it kind of functions as an MMO in the way its expansions work, I guess, is, you know, the base game will be very, very large, but will be slightly less action-packed, and then expansions will be more concentrated in like one particular area, but they will be smaller. But they will generally have more content within the region itself, because the game doesn't have to, you know, sell itself as a big standalone game anymore. Oh, this guy is giving me like shielding and stuff. That's so cool. He's giving me like a lightning shield. Now what I'm wondering is, did the other classes get something as well? Because if you just got one new class, I mean, that's great and all. But it's also quite nice if, you know, if you don't want to play this class... Oh boy, that was a big dash. You know, if you get something for the other classes too, like some new skills or something, that is quite nice. But I don't know if that's how it works. I do know you get like all these new augments on your gear and stuff, which I guess can, yeah, kind of function as new skills, because they can change existing skills and existing builds. But getting some new skills to play with in these kind of games is always quite cool, because, you know, you end up spamming the same skills over and over and over again. So having some new skills often already gives you a lot more gameplay. Oh, this is a shrine. And we got some sort of buff, I think. But we also spawned some mobs. Okay, well that's fine. Wait, we already got our first legendary. I think I saw us getting this from a quest. So, importantly to note is that they did rework the way gear works in this game to make it a lot more understandable. You know, way less text, and I think that's much easier because you want to be able to do some proper comparisons. So, the cool thing about this one is it has something on it that says skills deal up to 15%, so not maximum, which is good because that means there's still room for an upgrade. Increase damage based on your available primary resource when cast, receiving the maximum benefit while you have full primary resource. So if we use it while we have full vigor, we get a nice damage modification on it. We get some maximum life, some dexterity, and some lucky hit to be able to heal a bit of life. You know, my inventory is still filling up quite a lot, but look at these items. You know, they're no longer super difficult to look at. You know, it's just like, oh, hey, 6 dex. And here, oh, just 9 dex. And here, just 2.5 critical strike chance. It's much, much easier to be able to compare gear now, and I guess I will very much enjoy that, especially when I'm looking to go into the end game. Because one of the things that I did not very much enjoy in the base game was, especially in the end game, I would go and I would grind some dungeons, and I would be spending more time trying to figure out which items from the loot I got that I wanted to keep than running the actual dungeons. While in these kind of games, you know, loot is fun, but I want to spend 90% of my time just like mowing through mobs, going, you know, going hard, because that's what you play these kind of games for. And then 10% looking at my loot, not, you know, 50-50 or even more time looking at loot than playing the game, because that's not the fun part. The fun part is clearing screens with tons of damage. These guys are called suckers. Haha, suckers! Alright, let me go and try a different skill as well. Ooh, let's climb down here. Let's see how they play with the lighting as we move down here into the lower areas of the jungle. And they definitely do have a bit of a lighting change. Alright, into the ancient ruins we go. Which I think is a place we want to use as like a base of operations, but it has been overrun by whatever lives here now. I enjoy these figure things on the wall, like they're like serpents with skeletons and something. Like they look really cool to me. I quite like the aesthetic, so I think this is our first dungeon. So hey, it's dungeon time. Also, this is Drake, by the way. Let me build up a little bit of my resource. And here we go. Where is it? Bam! Big rake. Big rake. Big rake. Oh, it's the Serpentine people again. I forgot their name, but they're kind of cool. So yeah, we are now playing Jaguar again. Just to get a bit of a feel as to, you know, how all of them feel. Because it really feels like we're playing 4 classes in one. And I really just want to play this entire experience going back and forth between different builds, and I don't mind spending a bit of gold on respecking. You know, I don't know how expensive it's going to become, I can't remember, but I'm perfectly fine spending a lot of gold just respecking, because what I want is to explore the class before I hit endgame, so I kind of know which ones I like and which ones I dislike. Ah, the lethal shrine, yes. I think that's all crits, if I remember correctly. Let's see. All of your skills do bonus damage and critically strike. Oh yes, yes, big damage, let's go. Let's go big damage. I really like it when games keep their damage numbers very reasonable. Like, you know, if I'm hitting like 6s and like 8 and 9 right now, which probably isn't the case, then I really enjoy that. So let me go and enable that, just because I'm kind of curious now what kind of scale we're working with, now that we're still in like the very early game of the game. Yes, the early game of the game. Man, I really can't wait till I get a new GPU because there's so many games now that have some level of ray traced reflections and shadows. I really want to get a new GPU, guys. I would love to because, man, I want to experiment with those kind of things. That's so cool. Hey, I can change my cursor's color. You know what? I'll make my cursor red. You know what? It's Diablo red now. That's amazing. Alright, so I can see my resource now above my character, which is quite nice, and my health bar. And I can now see damage numbers. Let's see. We're hitting... Oh, look at this! Oh, that makes me so happy, guys. It makes me so happy to see... Oh, boy. Oh, wait. There's so much CC here. The fact that we're hitting, you know, like... Oh, like I was creating for 21. Because... Okay, and I don't know if everyone agrees with this, but I think it's... Ooh, wait, hold on. I want that weapon. I want the weapon, but my inventory is full. I think it's so much better to be hitting like 1s and 2s and 20s right now. Because then, you know, jumping from 10 to 100 feels good. Jumping from 100 to 1,000 feels good. At some point, jumping to 10,000 feels good. Jumping from 72 billion to, you know, 720 billion doesn't feel as good. Because you can no longer comprehend the change in the number. So I really like it, you know, when we're starting with very low damage numbers. And yeah, for sure, we're going to ramp up to probably very high numbers. Probably in the millions again at some point. But at least we'll have that level of progression where at least throughout the campaign we're going from single digits to, you know, multiples of 10 to hundreds to thousands to probably 10,000s. And then, you know, only in the end game will we go into the 100s of thousands in maybe into the millions. But I like that progression. If you start a game like this and you're already dealing like 6k damage per hit, like you're very quickly losing a part of that experience, at least in my opinion, because you can no longer comprehend the change in numbers as well as you can when it's like a lower number. Also, at this point, I'm barely paying attention to the loot I'm getting because I know I'll be replacing it very soon anyway. I'll do that when I get to a camp or something, like a town. But I will equip everything that is yellow because yellow probably is better. So I'll just make sure I get full yellow first. Full rare, I think that is called. And then we'll look into more details later. I'm also pretty sure that they changed the level cap to 60. Oh, I'm level 12, by the way. They changed level cap to level 60 as opposed to level 100. So that feels also much more manageable. Like, if each level goes a bit slower, but means a bit more, that feels better in my opinion. But I think the way it works now is level 60 is the max default level, which I think was kind of before as well. But the Paragon system now isn't part of your main leveling experience, it's now part of a separate system. Which probably is better. But I haven't experienced it, so I can't really judge it too well yet. But we'll get there, no worries. Oh, this might be the classic healing well before boss fight pathway thing. Hello, yeah, this looks like a boss room. Okay, the Nangari Death Worker. Imagine being a Death Worker. Alright, let's see what we got. The Boneweave Folds of Assistance. Your reinforcement cooldown. What is reinforcement again? I can't remember. Is reduced by 24%. After casting your ultimate skill, call your mercenary for reinforcement. This cannot occur more than once each 30 seconds. Oh yeah, there's this whole like reinforcements mercenary system that I haven't engaged with yet, but I guess I get an item that's already engaging with it, but it's fine. We get the pants. It's perfect. It's all good. Look at her helmet, by the way. Look at her helmet. We look cool. Alright. Alright, let's climb into the den. And I think we had a level up animation there or something. Alright, we have the den waypoint. That is the first waypoint. Oh! Okay, I like this. I like this. So they have a different waypoint. So these waypoints, these are the base game waypoints. They are all blue. But, oh, what is this actually? It's a boss. A Realm Walker event. Okay, I'll have to go check that out at some point as well. But these waypoints, they are green. And I guess if we go to a different X-Pack, like, you know, into the Dry Steppes or something, they'll be red. Because it's like a desert, I guess, maybe. I don't know. But I like that, because that's how you can very easily distinguish, like, hey, what part is the expansion, what part isn't the expansion. And that's good. Also, we just got, like, a full level, because we're almost level 14 now. Alright, so the Mercenary Den. This is the secret gathering place for the mercenaries of the Pale Hand, of which Rahir apparently is one of them. Explore the hideout and reunite the mercenaries. As a solo player, you can hire mercenaries to follow you into battle. Mercenaries go on standby when you join the party. Enlist reinforcements to aid in critical situations. Reinforcements stay enlisted even when you team up with other players. Okay. I guess I'll look into the system. What is this? Muddy letter. Unfurled at the base of a mercenary helm. Rahir, my quarry trails lead into the fence. I hope the bird finds you in time. He'll bring me your response. S. Mercenary unlocked. Rahir.
What
Okay.
is this?
Oh man, so much stuff all of a sudden. So much stuff. The head of a dry steps cannibal is mounted upon the stake. A note pinned to the stake with a knife reads, Temple of Rot, Revenge. Maybe I'll be back, don't touch the meat. Varyana. It's clear this Varyana was not gifted in letters. I mean, I think it's a beautiful letter. Don't let your dreams be memes, guys. Don't let your dreams be memes. Just go for it, okay? Just go for it. We have right here the shield bearer. Oh, so I guess, well, these are all like stations where at some point we can have mercenaries there, and they're pointing us towards where we need to go to unlock them, I guess. This guy is already unlocked, I'm assuming. And this one also is like a letter. I hold myself accountable for my son's curse. He will never be rid of it, though his heart is pure. Even now he's drawn to the Dark Citadel. He speaks of a covered passage hidden in the vines and rock. What he hopes to find there, I do not know. And I guess this guy, we can, you know, right here, we can actually get him on our team as like a mercenary. Hire mercenary and list reinforcement. What is this? Reinforcements. Tailor each reinforcement by choosing a mercenary skill and setting an opportunity trigger to match your combat strategy. Okay, I'll have to look into this a little bit. So, what is this? Assign the mercenary skill for the reinforcement to perform. So, he can either do a shield charge, which is him rushing aggressively forward and taunting enemies, so getting them off me. Or a ground slam, brutalizing the ground, dealing massive physical damage and slowing enemies. I guess I like the ability to have a taunt. So now, reinforcements will emerge during combat and execute their skill as an opportunity of your choosing. Assign an opportunity for when the mercenary skill would be triggered. Okay, so I click this, and I can now put it when the player becomes injured, when the player casts any skill in combat, or when a player is hit with a crowd control impairing oh, okay, so what I do now, okay. So, I'm pretty sure now when I do get CC'd, as long as the shield charge is off cooldown, which has an 11-second cooldown, then he will come in, he will shield charge, and he will taunt enemies. This means I get CC'd, and I have an immediate guy coming in to taunt them off me. That sounds quite cool. And what is report? Oh, you can level them up as well. Oh, I like this. Earn reports by completing most activities or killing worthy foes with Rahir as a hired mercenary or reinforcement. I like the ability that you can, you know, get one and then you can level them up as well. That's really cool because it's kind of like, you know, you're leveling up your Pokemon or something, which is like your party members, which is quite nice. So I don't know what all of these rewards are going to be, but it does sound quite cool. All right, nice. So that is the reinforcement, and I can also hire him as a mercenary, which I guess is different. Oh, I can level Rahir himself as well, and I can level up his shield charge or his ground slam. So I'll grab his shield charge, and then I guess I can also customize what he does, and I can give him like different abilities, and I can then put those on the triggers. Okay, so on the world map, a couple of different options have now opened up. We have some priority quests which unlock different mercenaries. So there's a mercenary over here, there's a mercenary over here, and there's a mercenary down here who is in the new expansion. And, you know, obviously I want to go explore the new expansion stuff. I'll go back to those other ones later, but I really want to push forward in the expansion because I'm having a really good time and it looks like a very pleasing environment. I quite enjoy it.